Okay, Reddit, I need to get this off my chest because my family is currently imploding and I'm the only one not screaming. I'm sitting on my porch right now, watching the sunset over what used to be just a swamp, and I've never felt more vindicated in my entire life. This story involves a decade of family tension, a massive betrayal, and a legal twist that honestly feels like it's straight out of a movie. To give you some context, I, 29F, and my brother, Leo, 34M, inherited about 150 acres of wetlands from our grandfather 5 years ago. Now, to anyone else, this land looked like a nightmare. It's thick, it's muddy, it's filled with mosquitoes, and half the year it's basically underwater. My brother has always hated it. He's the kind of guy who wants fast cash, flashy cars, and zero responsibility. He called the land the money pit because we still had to pay property taxes on it, even though it wasn't producing anything in his eyes. I, on the other hand, saw something different. I'm an environmental scientist, and I knew that this specific patch of land was a biological gold mine. It's home to 3 endangered bird species and acts as a natural filtration system for the local watershed. For the last 3 years, I've been working quietly behind the scenes. I wasn't just playing in the mud, like Leo said. I was conducting surveys, documenting wildlife, and most importantly, filing the massive mountain of paperwork required to turn the land into a state-protected ecotourism reserve. If the permit was approved, the land wouldn't just be protected. We'd receive massive state grants, tax exemptions, and the right to build a sustainable, low-impact lodge for researchers and high-end ecotourists. We're talking millions in long-term value. I told Leo I was working on something to make the land profitable, but I told him to be patient. That was my first mistake. Leo doesn't do patient. Fast forward to last month. I had to go out of state for a 3-week research project in a remote area with spotty cell service. I told Leo I'd be off the grid. When I finally got back to civilization and my phone regained signal, it practically exploded. 47 missed calls, 112 texts. Most of them were from Leo. The first few were casual, but by the end, they were frantic. I called him back immediately. He sounded breathless. "Hey, sis, listen, don't be mad, but I did us a huge favor. I found a buyer, a real estate developer, Cypress Heights Holdings. They gave us an offer we couldn't refuse for that swamp. I signed the paperwork on my end and used the power of attorney Grandpa gave us for property management to finalize it while you were away. The money's already in the escrow account. We're rich." My heart literally stopped. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I asked him how much. He told me a number that sounded large to him, about $200,000 for 150 acres. Reddit, that is pennies. That is an insult. But more importantly, he sold it to a developer who wanted to drain the wetlands and put up a cookie-cutter shopping center. I started shaking. I told him, "Leo, you idiot, you absolute moron. Did you check the mail? Did you look at the certified letters from the State Department of Environmental Protection?" He stammered, saying he thought it was just more tax bills and he threw them on the kitchen counter. I raced to our shared office and there it was, a thick gold embossed envelope. I ripped it open. The permit for the Southern Cypress Eco Reserve had been approved 4 days after I left. Because the land was now a designated high priority conservation zone, its value had skyrocketed from $200,000 to an estimated $4.5 million. And because the permit was tied to the deed, the land could no longer be legally developed for commercial use. Here's where the drama gets spicy. Leo had already signed the sale agreement with Cypress Heights Holdings. They thought they were buying worthless land they could bulldoze, but the moment the permit was finalized, the zoning laws changed. The developers were now legally obligated to maintain the wetlands, meaning they just paid $200,000 for land they couldn't build their shopping center on. But wait, it gets better. Remember that power of attorney Leo used? He thought it gave him the right to sell the whole thing, but I had my own lawyer look at Grandpa's will months ago. The power of attorney was specifically for maintenance and agricultural leasing, not for the outright sale of the primary estate without both beneficiaries' signatures. I called the developer's legal team myself. I told them, "My brother sold you this land under false pretenses. He didn't have the legal authority to sign for my half. And by the way, the land you just bought is now a protected state sanctuary. If you touch one tree, the EPA will be on you so fast your head will spin." You guys, the silence on the other end of the phone was deafening. The developers are now suing Leo for fraud. They want their money back plus legal fees plus damages. My brother has already spent about $50,000 of the escrow money on a new truck and a down payment on a bachelor pad he can't afford. He's panicking. He's been calling me, crying, begging me to fix it and to tell the state I made a mistake with the permit. My parents are split. My mom thinks I should help him because family is family, but my dad is disgusted that Leo tried to sell our heritage behind my back. I told Leo that he made his bed and now he has to sleep in it, probably in a very expensive jail cell if he can't pay that money back. As for the land, since the sale was technically unauthorized and fraudulent, my lawyer is working on nullifying the whole transaction. I'm going to own the reserve. I'm going to build the lodge. And Leo, he's blocked. He thought he was selling a worthless swamp, but he actually sold his future. Don't go behind your sibling's back for a quick buck, or you might find yourself sinking in the very mud you tried to sell. What do you guys think? Am I the jerk for letting the lawsuit proceed, or does he deserve everything coming his way?